All right, what's going on, everyone? Today it is the new release of iRacing's Season 4 of 2023. We went ahead and got all the new content for you guys, so I'm going to go check it out. We're going to do Kern County, all 4 layouts, the big paved oval, the Legends oval, the dirt oval, the mini dirt oval. We're going to do Circuit Day Lebanon. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. Anyways, it's a French circuit, looks really cool, so we're going to go ahead and check that out. I got the 2 LMDH cars, the Acura and the Porsche. We got the Pontiac 87. I think it was the Pontiac 87. We got the Ferrari GT3, the 296. And then we got the Super Formula, Toyota, whatever it's called. Not exactly sure. I'm not huge on the open wheel scene, but we got it all. We're going to go check it out for you guys. So let's hop into it. First, we're going to do Kern County, the paved oval. And I'll put timestamps down below so you guys can check out and hop around to whatever you guys want to see. But anyways, big day. Let's get into it. All right. First up here, we're going to do the late model stock at Kern County Oval, which looks like they do already have a setup for. We're going to go ahead and throw that in and get out on track here. So let's see. We'll do a few laps here in a couple different cars, and then we'll go around and actually look at the track and stuff. Oops. There we go. So it's a really cool track. I've driven by it a lot. I wouldn't call it like a home track for me. It's about 6-7 hours away from me, but I have driven by it quite a few times. Seen a lot of races here, like on YouTube and TV and stuff. So let's see how it is. A lot of banking. It's got kind of a curved front straightaway. Kind of gives me Chicagoland vibes, like the back straight of Chicagoland. All the races I see here, like real racing, has been very bottom dominant. So not too bad. Feels like this setup here is pretty good for this track. I think it'll probably be a bit of a bottom dominant racetrack. I don't think you're going to be able to get right up by the wall by any means. Pretty much where the top lane, top dotted lines are. That's probably about as high as you'll go. Maybe up into here. Yeah, feels pretty good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, and I think it's going to be hard to beat this bottom lane. If I can actually get my lines right here. Woohoo! We're also going to do the super late model around this track. Maybe the 87 Pontiac. I don't know. This isn't really a track you would probably ever race them at. Just do 10 laps or so around the track with this car, and then we'll move on to the next one. Pretty fun so far. I like it. I mean, new content's always going to be fun at first. I think the racing here could be pretty good. It looks like it feels like it might have a bit of progressive banking here. Ooh, baby. I'm obviously not driving it right either, but just so you guys can kind of see what the track is like. Do one more lap here. I'm gonna try to run this higher lane. It's got a really tight exit off of 4. Opens up a little bit off of, or sorry, tight exit off of 2. Opens up a little bit off of 4 here with this kind of rounded out front straightaway. So yeah, there's 10 laps in the late model stock. We'll bring it on in here and we'll go do the super late model next. All right, next up here we have the super late model. We also have a Kern County oval setup, which is cool. These are the late model stock, and the super late model is probably some of the more common vehicles that race here along with the modified. So let's hop into the super late model here and see how it feels. Oh baby, way more power than that late model stock. Let's take a couple laps here to get the feel of this. Very loose. Okay, interesting. Very loose compared to what I'm used to here. Well, compared to the 10 laps I did in the late model stock, but all right. Take our time here, get some laps in. Easy on throttle, easy on throttle. All right. Try this higher lane out. Still wants to get very loose on throttle. Okay. It's feeling alright here. Let's see if we can actually try to hit the bottom here. Very loose off the corner on the bottom. Try here off of 3 and 4. Still pretty loose right there. Try it again. I'm obviously just not driving this right either. I was kind of worried though it was going to be almost too easy of a track to drive. A little bit better here. Okay, not too bad right there. Let's try run right about this white line right here. That seems to be about where you want to be, maybe. After I'm done with all the cars here, I'll kind of do a flyover with the camera and look and see what we got. I'll also bring up probably the Google Maps of the track too. Very loose as far as the setup goes though. Could also just be getting too throttle happy with it. Not driving the track right either. It's a lot easier to exit off of 4 because of that wide sweeping exit. We'll come here and check out, let's see what the pit area looks like here. There's the pit exit. Okay, so here's the pit entrance. Oh, there it was. There we go. Pit Pit entrance here. You can see the layout here for the mini oval, the Legends oval. Very good. All right, we'll move on to we'll try the 87s out here. We'll try that next. All right, so we're loaded up here in the 87 Pontiac. They did not have a Kern setup, so we're running Richmond. I figured that would be kind of one of the closest as far as size, maybe. I don't know. You probably won't see these race here too often unless it's in the league or stuff, which could be kind of fun. We'll see though. I hardly ever drive these 87s as it is. I'm gonna do one more car after this. It'll be the Craftsman truck, and then after that we will move on to the Legends oval in the Legend car. So yeah, this 87, I've only ever driven the Monte Carlo 87. This, I mean, a lot of the same. Doesn't want to steer. Of course, we don't have probably the right setup in either, but with this Richmond setup, you can really hammer on the throttle though. Front end feels very like just kind of loose and all over the place. Kind of wants to jump around under braking. I'll also give you guys a look around the car too here after we're done with our laps. Focus in, try to get some good laps in here. Braking way too late for 3 and 4 here. Get all the way down here to the white line. Oh yeah, I'm being really too easy on throttle coming out of 2. There we go. It's a decent lap for us. We're right down to the white line here. Push up off the corner. And you don't have to worry about it getting sideways at all with this Richmond setup. Power brake a little bit. Oh, we almost got the brake a little bit loose right there. See if we can run up higher if we can get anything out of it. Nope, it just wants to shove the nose on throttle. Yeah, I don't think that Highline's going to be viable in really any car. It's going to be these first 2 rows where all the time is, all the speed is at, I should say. Bit of a wall tap. Couple laps here and then we'll be taking a look at this beauty. This is my first time actually doing an overview of the new content release. So hopefully everyone enjoys it. I feel like with the right setup though, this car could be pretty good, pretty fun. I'm looking forward to see what this dirt track is like here. It's pretty cool of iRacing to actually give us, you know, the dirt track in with the purchase. Because it's not like USA and Linear where it's the same track just covered in dirt. It's a totally separate track. And, you know, it's got 2 configurations as well. So pretty cool for them to give us, you know, all that with one purchase. They could have been, you know, greedy about it and made us buy them both separate, but they didn't. So let's bring this beauty onto the front stretch and take a look at it. There we go. So let's see, let's take it, park it Park it right here at the start finish line area. And we'll hop on out and take a look. All right, let's take a look here at what we have. The 87's Pontiac. It's pretty good. Obviously, I just got the default paint scheme on there because we do not have a paint scheme for this car yet. Just came out. Be a little bit too close. There we go. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I love the way they have the window, you know, sloping down in the back like that. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to look at here. The back end. We got the catch can. All that good stuff. Let me see if I can get us into the cockpit. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. He's got the old school helmet on. We got the very awkward hand placement, shifter in there. Looking pretty sweet. It's a pretty cool looking car, I have to say. Look at that. Yeah, I love the way these old 87s look, for sure. I'll probably stick to the Monte Carlo if and when I do race it, but pretty cool. I like this, like, kind of the default paint scheme we got here. Look at this. We got, I don't know if Bilstein was around back then or running on this car, but maybe. Take a look at the very front angle right there. Kind of a weird graphical thing right there, but there's your front end. Take one good look at the rear end. Ground clearance for days, baby. Looks like got that Bluetooth engine and drivetrain in it. I like it. High tech for the 87, that's for sure. So pretty cool. Since we're here, let's go ahead and see what else is around the track. So there's the overview of the track itself. Right there, Interstate 5 runs along there. You can see the dirt track in the background. We'll check that out here in a little bit. Yeah, they got the tunnel there. Very nice track. And I mean, it's not that they cheaped out. Trust me, there is absolutely nothing around where this track is. I have driven this highway a few times, driven right by this track. There is absolutely nothing around. Some oil fields, maybe. I don't know if we can even go far enough for that, but I do see the motocross track over here. We'll go look at that real quick. Got the grandstands built right into the hill. That was always really cool. All the press boxes. We'll get a look from the track from the press box. And you can see the back straightaway is elevated. A lot of tracks doing that these days. Higher back straightaways so fans could see over the haulers and stuff. Very cool. I'm pretty sure the ARCA Menard Series West races here. The West Coast Super Late Model Stock Tours called the Spears Manufacturing Series races there. So this is, they actually, you know, made the whole motocross track, man. This is pretty sweet. Like, looks pretty darn good, actually. This is the Supercross track that they have. And then over here is the motocross track. And that's pretty cool that they spent all this time, you know, scanning this, or I don't know if they scanned it or just modeled it, but that's pretty detailed, actually. I like it. You can see this is like some fan parking right here for the dirt track, whatnot. Here is the dirt track. We're going to go ahead and be doing some laps on here in a minute. So, I mean, small dirt track doesn't hold that many seats, obviously, but it's a very low banking track. It's got this mini oval in here, which we can race on. It's used for speedway motorcycles, like sidecars, that kind of stuff. That's what they race it on. I don't think they really race any micros or 1600s or anything like that on there, but it's definitely one you could use for that. Got the scoreboard pylon on there. We'll look at this also in you know, Google Maps as well, so I can show you guys, you know, comparison there. But you know, from everything I've seen, looks like they pretty much nailed it. Looks really cool. So like to see that. Fly over the hill here, back to the track. So yeah, there's a good little bird's eye view. I don't know if we can find Steve Myers and Dale Jr. I'm not going to really spend a lot of time looking for them. I'm sure they're here somewhere. But here we are from the spotter's perch. Love to see it. All right, let's go hop into the Craftsman truck. We'll do some laps on here, and then we'll move on to the dirt track. All right, we're here with the Craftsman truck. This will be the last car we will check out on this track. We'll see. Do we have a Kern? We do not. We have Kentucky, Kansas, but no Kern. So, we'll just throw on IRP. We'll see how that does. IRP is probably a lot flatter, but oh well. So I know I personally am thinking about doing a league that races the truck series at a bunch of different tracks. This would be one of them. So curious to see how this feels. Back in the day, they used to have what they called the Southwest Tour Truck Series, and they raced at Mesa Moran, Irwindale, and stuff like that. Mesa Moran was a paved track in Bakersfield, not too far from where this track is currently at. Okay, IRP's a little loose. No big deal there, though. Obviously, these cars that don't have setups for this particular track are going to feel a little weird. This gear ratio could be a lot shorter for what this track is here. Also, like I've said with every car, I'm probably not driving it right, but also, like I've said with every car, I don't think that high line is really going to be viable. Got another corner a bit harder right there. And we're not going to hit the wall. We're okay. All right. Could turn out to be a very tricky track. I think with this uphill coming out of 2 and the downhill from 3 to 4, could catch you off guard if you're not careful. And the way the turn really kind of tightens up, it's deceiving. It's very deceptive, but it does tighten up quite a bit coming off of 2. Couple more laps here. It's pretty fun. Even with this setup, it's hard. You have to really make sure you get through the corner good to carry no speed. It's just awesome to get new content, even if we suck. Alright. Well, as you can see, I still can't drive no matter what track car combo it is. But that's going to do it for the paved oval here. Actually, for this paved oval, we're going to hop over to the Legends and do some Legends oval. And we'll be right back with that one. Alright, here we are with the Legend car at Kern. And of course, we do have a setup for it, which is great. So I normally do, I actually have an actual sequential shifter, but I'm going to just use the paddle shifters on my wheel for this one. So let's see what we got here. You have to forgive me, as bad as I am in all the other oval cars, I'm even worse than the Legend. See, it's got the turtles there on the inside, which is good. I don't know if you would be shifting at this track normally, but I'm going to. Feels like it's got a lot of grip. I'm sure I'll be spinning out as soon as I say that. I'm trying to think of what other car we can test here that they might possibly run here. Maybe the street stocks, maybe the SK modifieds. Guess we could try the SK mods. Oh baby. Legend cars have never been my forte. I love to drive them and I love watching them, but I'm just not that good at them. Oh yeah, those turtles will get you, which is good. I'd almost rather them have that than, you know, just track limits. Even though it could cause people to like hit them, bounce up into traffic, and murder the entire field. Not too bad there. All right, there's 10 laps of the Legends over here. Here's the pit road. Just follow the cones. Interesting one. I'm sure DJ EJ will like to check this out. That's an interesting pit entrance. I got my pit limiter on apparently. Alright, well that's pretty cool. Actually, you know what, since we're here, let's check out this infield a little bit. Got the ramp here. This is where trailers and stuff would enter, exit the track possibly. Go up through here. Go up to the big oval. It's the gate. There's a spot right here for the safety worker truck. Right there. I don't think we can get out there. No, we cannot. Not surprising. We'll go back here. Back down here. Through the tunnel. I wonder if we can go through the tunnel. Doubtful. Highly doubtful. But this is where all the trucks and stuff would park. You can see some kind of check-in or concessions area, possibly. We got right here another access road. Okay, this is for cars and safety crews and stuff to get on track, looks like. A little bit of a U-turn right there. Alright, let's see if we go through the tunnel real quick. Why not? Like I said, highly unlikely. Oh yeah, they have it blocked off. Yeah, figures. Yep, there's the tunnel. Cool. Alright, we'll go check out the SK Modifieds and then we'll call it good for this paved oval or the Legends oval. Alright, we're back with the SK Modified here. It looks like we already have a Kern set up in. Let's just see here. So we do have a Kern set up in. We'll see if this is for the Legends oval or the big oval. I could see these cars running either or. Since they run the Charlotte Legends oval sometimes. I mean, I would try the tour mods on the big oval. Yeah, this is definitely probably setups for the big oval here. Which, I mean, I think these cars would work on either or. We'll just try shifting here. Alright, well. Alright. Well, hey, you know what? There's nothing stopping us from just going out here and running the big oval. Oh yeah, this thing cooks around here. Thing's flying. You can maybe go full throttle around there. Try a couple more laps here on the big oval. Oh yeah? Let's see, do I have my thing set? No, I don't have my controls. I can't clear my own black flag here. Oh, buddy. You can carry so much speed with this car. All right. Pretty cool. All right, so the SK Modified has the setup for the big oval, not the small oval. In case anyone was wondering, SK Legend or SK Modified on the Legends oval, probably not gonna happen. Cool. That'll do it for the paved ovals for Kern. Let's head on over to the dirt side. All right, for the dirt oval here, we're gonna do it a little bit differently. We are going to start on the mini oval and then work our way up to the bigger oval here. We're going to start on the mini oval. We're going to do Legends. Maybe street stocks. I don't know. We'll see here. Let me see. Why is my... All right, so here for the Kern dirt oval, we're going to, as I stall the car, we're going to do it differently. We're going to start with the mini oval and work our way to the big oval. Apparently I have a track wear already set. I don't know what I have it set to be honest with y'all. I'll have to double check. As you can see here, very small oval. This would be perfect for a micro. If iRacing was going to put that into the game, this would be a good track for it. I mean, this almost feels smaller than the Chili Bowl. I'm also not good at the Dirt Legend car as it is, so you'll have to forgive me here. We'll get our 10 laps done here. See if I can figure it out. I'm sure I've already said it in this video, but this particular layout track right here is for the Speedway motorcycles that they race here quite a bit. I believe at the time of recording this video, there's one coming up pretty soon. Yeah. We're on the struggle bus with this car combo. There we go. Hello. All right. That was pretty rough. Do we dare try the street stocks? I think we'll just go straight to the, we'll go for the midget. All right, here in the midget, and they do have, okay, they have setups for both the Kern Dirt Mini and the Kern Dirt. So we'll try the Mini here. Since we're on that track, and we'll see if I can even make a lap. I'm bad enough as it is in the midget. Sorry. I also did not look to see what my track state was set at. At least I can drive this car a little bit better than I can the Legend car. This is going to be insane racing. If they ever do an official race with these cars on this track, it's going to be absolutely insane. Oh, we're going over it. Nope, we saved it. Incredible. This could be a candidate for DJ EJ's fastest ever sim racing lap, I would think. Get someone who can drive. Because, I mean, I'm not very good at all, and my optimal is below a 10-second lap. Plus, this track state's worn out, so I have no grip. Oh yeah, and that was 10 laps done really fast. Okay, there we go. Dirt midget on the mini oval at Kern Dirt track. It's possible. Is it going to be fun? Probably not. That's a really tight track. Could it be a precursor to micros coming in the game? Maybe. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're going to head on over to the big dirt track now. We'll start out in the dirt street stock. All right, we've loaded into the big dirt track at Kern County in the dirt street stock. This time I do have the track state set to 100%. We do have a, oh my gosh, they have a dirt mini for the dirt street stock. That would be absolutely insane, those cars on that small ass track. But here we go. We're gonna go out and try the big track. Track state's at 100%. I'm gonna bring the track state down for each car that I tried on, because I think it's gonna get harder for me as we run, because I can barely do dirt street stocks on 100% track state. All right. Getting all the way up to that wall. So we can run it down low here. Got quite a berm on the inside here. Oh, we're going around. Try the high line here for a few laps, see if I can just get some laps in. I noticed when I was loading in, the track almost looks like it's got the same thing as the big oval track. The back straightaway itself's almost rounded a bit, as opposed to the front straightaway on the big oval track. So the exit off turn 2 opens up a little bit, and then the exit of turn 4 it tightens up a little bit. As you can see, we're starting to get the hang of it here a little bit. Really slick. Really loose through the slick there. You can see here we're just running the bottom. And I think we're getting better times than we were on the top. That was a good exit right there. All right. Yeah, we're gonna bring the track state down from the next car. Next one, I think we're gonna do the 358 modified. So there, that was 10 laps of the dirt street stock at the Kern County dirt track. All right, now we got the 358 modified here. Track state's down to 50%. So hopefully I can actually get some decent laps here. Oh my gosh, we got a mini dirt oval setup for the 358 modified as well. I could not imagine running any of these cars, these bigger cars here. But we'll see how the 358 modified does here at a 50% track state. See if I can remember how to drive these old things. The entrance in the one seems pretty narrow. Try to get some laps up here on top. I felt like a good corner right there. Yeah, the way turn one is really narrow, almost forces you into this sort of slider line, I feel like. Could just be like an optical illusion for me, but also, if you guys don't like the rock screen, I apologize. I just run with it on. At this point, it doesn't even really bother me. I'm so used to it. Just trying to send me a lap side done there. We'll go down and see if we can run the bottom here the next few laps here to finish this off. Oh yeah. You get that left front right on that berm, ride it all around, that feels pretty cool. It seems like the bottom and top pretty equal, at least for my driving level, skill level right now. Might be one of those tracks that starts bottom dominant, and as it wears out, you'll be moving up. All right, there's some laps in the 358 modified here at Kern County. We'll go ahead and take the pit road so you guys can see. But yeah, this is a decent little berm they got here on the inside. Pretty cool. Let's head out the pit exit right here. Pretty tight, but you can do it pretty much no problem. A lot of room for pits out here, which is cool. All right, next car I think we're gonna do will be the UMP modified, so we'll hop on over to that right now. All right, here we are, UMP modified. We do have a Kern dirt oval, mini dirt oval as well. So I wonder if they have that for the super late models and all that stuff too, because that'd be insane. Track state's bumped down to 40% for this one. Let's go see how we do here. So far it seems like it'll be a pretty cool track to run, pretty fun. But man, the entrance to turn one with it being so tight is going to be really interesting. Okay. Give me a few laps here to get used to this higher horsepower car. Bit of a wall hit, and we're gonna smack on the wall again. We're all right. Don't think we have any wheel damage there. Yeah, see, I think the line in turns 1 and 2 is almost just forcing you to do like a bit of a slider line. I'm sure we'll be doing some races this week that'll be coming out in here. Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. I'm just trying to focus. Trying to run the inside lane right now. But like I was just about to say, I'm sure we'll be running some races here, either hosted or whatever iRacing puts up for the week for these tracks. Not too bad there. We'll see if we go up get some speed up at the top again. Now I kind of got a handle on the car a little bit better now. Looks like we were able to get a little bit faster lap on the top there than we did on the bottom. So that's pretty cool to see. I think with the street stock it was more bottom as well as the 358, but track state is coming down, so that might be changing a little bit. But anyways, that's the UMP modified at the Kern County Dirt Track. Next up, we're going to do we'll move on to the super late model. We'll do the dirt super late model next. All right, here we go. We are going to hop in the dirt super late model and see if we can make some laps here. Track state's now down to 30%, just so I can have a fighting chance of driving this car. I've never seen these cars actually race at this track. But that's not to say that they couldn't actually race here. It's just, it feels like such a small track. Like everything comes at you so fast. And this turn 1 and 2 entry, man, that is going to get a lot of people, I feel like. I've also realized that this checking out of Kern County has taken a long time, so this will be its own separate video if you want to see the open wheel and the GT3 and the LMDH and the new road track in France. We will have that in a separate video. I'm going to do that right after this. See if we can run the bottom here. Very loose. We caught the berm there, plowed the nose a little bit. I'm gonna try something here this next lap, see if I can hit a true blue slider line in 1 and 2. I'm not very good at it, but we're gonna try it. All right, there it is, this super late model dirt at Kern County. Doable, but man, that is a workout. I probably didn't talk a lot that run because that took a lot of focus, but that was pretty gnarly. Next up, we're gonna do the 360 non-wing sprint car, something that does race here quite often in real life. So we're gonna hop into that and we'll see how we do. All right, now we have the non-wing sprint car here at Kern County, the 361, and I can't believe they still have a mini oval setup for that thing, or for this thing. It's pretty incredible. That would be one of the gnarliest things I think you could possibly race here. We'll see how we do here. I am very bad in these cars as it is. So on a track that's pretty tough to drive, this should be... Go back to my normal FOV, I think, for these. Gonna take a couple laps to get up to any kind of speed right here. So non-wing sprint cars is something that does race here a lot. Series we have out here called the USAC, AMSO USAC CRA series. They race here a lot in 410 non-wings, and then they also have a 360 series that races here a lot. As you can see, I'm just hanging on right here, man. Hanging on, baby. Not good at these cars. No, we'll see if we can try to get some low line action going here. A little brake to set into the corner there. Throwing it in there. I'm sure people in the comments will try to tell me how to drive this thing, but I've tried all sorts of ways, man. I'm just not good at it, not confident enough. But it's all good. Just trying to get a little more comfortable on it here. Whoa. Oh, baby. Let's see if I can try to get a low line lap here for you guys. About as low line as I'm going to be able to get it for you guys. Woo! That was a workout. That was the non-wing 360 sprint car here at Kern County Dirt Track. One more car to try. You'll already know it's going to be the 410 wing sprint car. And I don't think we'll make it all 10 laps. Alright, so iRacing went back up for maintenance while I was loading in to run the 410 wing sprint car at the Kern County Dirt Track. Kern County is apparently not available under the test server, so couldn't test it there. So that'll be it for the look at Kern County. Hope everyone enjoyed it. We're going to real quick, I'm going to show you what we have here. This is the actual Kern County Raceway Park. So you kind of look and see at the, it's almost a D-shaped oval. It's pretty curved front straightaway there. There's a 5 freeway here. Here is the dirt track itself. So you can see, just like in the game, it does kind of get pretty narrow right here going into turn 1 and 2. Even though the wall, really widens out, the groove itself gets narrow, then sort of widens out. It's got a really gradual arc off of 2. See how it's almost like a cut down to this wall, then 3 and 4 is more traditional, almost feel like pretty curved oval, or nice and curved radius, I guess, of the oval. This is the you know, motocross and supercross tracks. Looks like they've changed them a little bit. There's like a little figure 8 track here. But yeah, that's what the track itself looks like. You know, if you guys want to see, I'll show you a couple photos here. If anyone's seen. Oh, we're not gonna do a video. Oh, they had some Nitro Circus stuff there. So you can see they do race super late models here a lot. It's pretty cool, neat little track. Here's the dirt track itself. So you can see there is the mini dirt track here in the middle that does race the motorcycles, and then the main dirt track itself. So that'll do it for this one. Sorry I couldn't get to that 410 wing sprint car for you guys, but you know, hope you enjoyed the look at Kern County nonetheless, and then we will move on and check out the other road racing cars and the road racing track in the next video that'll be coming out right after this. So appreciate y'all for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful day, and Dad is out. Thank you.